Okay, put on your headphones or turn on your studio monitors because I'll play you 2 guitar tracks here, and you'll let me know in the comments if you can hear a difference between these 2 guitar tracks. And if you do, write down which one sounds better to you. Ready? Here we go. Got your answers? Good. Bogren Digital just dropped a new plugin, IRDX Core, that's supposed to add the unique dynamics and harmonic details you would get from recording a real speaker cabinet back to your MSIM tones. All you need to do is put IRDX Core after your MSIM plugin. And in that blind test you did, one of the tracks had this plugin on and the other one didn't. Now, I'm not revealing the answers just yet. Stick with me here because I'll be doing quite a bit of in-depth comparison testing to show you if IRDX Core actually add life back to MSIM guitar tones as marketed. In case you're new to the channel, I'm a professional mixing and mastering engineer, and so I'll mainly be testing IRDX Core from a mixing perspective. And I won't be discussing if it makes a difference when playing the guitar through the plugin. I'm just not a guitarist. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like in the last 5 years or so, every new MSIM that's come out has claimed to sound realistic, to sound exactly like the amp and cab is modeled after, or to have that amp in the room kind of feel. So I'm pretty sure other competitors like Neuro DSP and SDL Tones would disagree with Bogren Digital that their IRs are lifeless and that they would benefit from IRDX Core. But that's what we're here to find out today. Full disclosure, Bogren Digital did send me a copy of IRDX Core for free in exchange for this video, but as my usual fashion, it won't stop me from staying honest and unbiased. In the first test, I have 3 different metal riffs, and for each riff, one has just an MSIM on it, and the other one has IRDX Core after the MSIM. Riff 1 uses Ampbox by Mercurial Audio, is my favorite MSIM of all time, and you should definitely check it out. Riff 2 uses Amphub by SDL Tones, and Riff 3 uses Archetype Gojira by Neuro DSP. IRDX Core is at the default setting, but with input level calibrated. All 3 riffs were recorded by different people on different guitars and on different hardware. So we'll see how IRDX Core works with different sources. Note down whichever one you think sounds better, if you even hear a difference that is, and I'll review the answers after. So how many of you prefer the one with IRDX Core? How many of you don't hear a difference? Let me know in the comments. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. It's the easiest way to support the channel and I would really appreciate it. To me, IRDX Core does add something to the guitar tone. I can't say definitively whether it's making it sound more realistic because I mostly work with guitar DIs, but from what I could hear, IRDX Core added some brightness to the guitar tone and maybe a little bit of saturation and depth as well. So that got me thinking. Could I just use plugins I already have to recreate what IRDX Core does to the guitar tone, at least for as far as I can hear? To test that, I made an extra copy of each of the guitar tracks with just an MSIM, and then I put FabFilter's Saturn 2 on it. I have it set to clean tube mode at about 30%. I find that the clean tube mode always adds a little bit of hype and saturation to high gain guitar tones, kind of similar to what IRDX Core did in our first test. Once again, I'm not saying this is what IRDX Core does to guitar tones, I'm just telling you what it sounded like to my ears. So, just like the last test, I'll switch among the track with just the MSIM, the track with IRDX Core after the MSIM, and the track with Saturn 2 after the MSIM. Let's see which one you like the best. So which one did you prefer the most this time? Share your thoughts in the comments so others watching can compare. Next, I'll do the same test with a mono guitar solo by the awesome prog guitarist Armando from The Ref. The setup is still one track with just an MSIM, one track with MSIM plus IRDX Core, and one track with MSIM plus Saturn 2. And finally, let's put it on bass and see what it does. The MSIM I used is Neural DSP Stark Glass Ultra. Only the cab is enabled because the bass DI was recorded with the SansAmp pedal. Okay, so far we have been listening to these guitars just by themselves, but IRDX Core is a mixing plugin, and as a mixing engineer, what really matters to me is how it sounds in the mix. So I have a mix here with IRDX Core inserted after the MSIM on the rhythm guitar track and the lead guitar track. I'll turn IRDX Core on and off as I play through it, and you tell me if you can hear a difference, and if so, which one you prefer. Lastly, I want to briefly play around with the controls of IRDX Core just so you can hear how changing the different parameters can affect the guitar tone. So now that you've heard all the comparison tests, share your thoughts in the comments. I'll be really interested to hear what you guys think. Regardless of your thoughts, I think it's important to remember that IRDX Core is a tool, and like all tools, its effectiveness is heavily dependent on how you use it. For me, I find that IRDX Core can add a certain character depth or hype to the guitar tone that might be useful in some mixes. At the same time, I also find that the differences can be very subtle and may not even be noticeable in a dense mix, especially when working with high-quality amp sims and or guitar tones already with very heavy effects. I mean, if you have a super ambient guitar track with tons of reverb and delay, is there really a point to add IRDX Core to it? I really doubt it. So does this mean IRDX Core is not worth it? Not necessarily. If you're someone who obsesses over the smallest details and believes in the power of subtleties in shaping the overall sound, then this plugin could be nice to have under your belt. I would categorize this as one of those subtle mojo type plugins that won't make or break the mix, but can just give you that extra 1% of improvement. As always, I did all of that testing so that you can come to your own conclusions. If you're interested in trying out IRDX Core for yourself, just go to the link in the description to get a free trial. Remember to use your ears and make decisions based on what sounds best to you. That's it for the video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content from this channel. I always appreciate your support. Happy mixing, and I will see you next time.